Yeah, you can see you're on air.
I've done down through Kay's Kids. You might want to entitle this Kay's Kids. Now we'll try some of the next generation. I can't tell much of anything about sisters or Hollis's offspring, so I will start with mine to get me in the mood. First, I will go back and say, Sister and Cliff were good examples for the rest of us to follow. They were meant for each other and raised a beautiful and sweet bunch of children. June, Wayne, Linda, Clifton Jr., Jack and Mac, Elizabeth. Please help me if there are one or two left out. Then Hollis and Pauline, a sweet bunch of girls. Janelle, Bonnie Sue, Georgia Kay. Is there another? No. After that, I covered Arliss and Rule as best I could. So now for another look at me with mine, of which I do remember in detail. The 10 years I was married was good and then bad. From going into the Navy, he was a different person, and I learned to make my own plans, and when he came home, I knew it was over, and to work and to make my decision and plans, including a divorce, and a determination to make my life as good as it was possible to be. It was then I went to work at the insurance office, made good friends, and began to feel ready for a good life. Lucky me, I had the good fortune to meet my sweet and considerate William H. Brummett. Here at a desk near me, we were amazed at how life unfolds and how the right people do meet and find happiness that grows and develops into a wonderful feeling of peace and contentment. Here was my A&M man searching for the same kind of life that I was. We were wed in the year after we met, moved into a little house, and in the next few years had two beautiful and precious little girls, Karen and Kathy. Bill was a perfect husband, a doting daddy. He used his A&M training to build playhouses, toys, and a small dining table and chairs, just a few of his talents, used to show love and contentment that made our family a dream come true. He was called back into the service to teach the young Army recruits such things as map reading and so forth. Karen was 3 years old and Kathy was due soon. We moved to Fort Bliss in Texas. We had a great experience, and our Kathy was born premature and tiny, and completed our circle. We had to keep her in the hospital until she weighed 5 pounds. Then came another call from Uncle Sam to go overseas this time. We had rented our house out, and what the whole clan wanted was for me to come to Greenville so his mother, sister, 2 aunts could help me with the babies. Quite an experience that was. All of that was done and worked out fine. When Daddy came home, what a joy to get us all back together again. It was back home when Bill got back to work in an office, and I was an at-home mom, loving life and my family. We loved our Sunday school and church there, and Karen started first grade at school. We found the house we wanted near the grade school and settled in with the girls until the girls graduated. Karen earned an all-expense-paid scholarship to Rice University in Houston. Between semesters, she took a job in a lab doing something to add to her geology learning, which was her specialty. And this was where she met her Alan. He was finishing SMU and ready for Southwestern Medical School, but decided to work this semester at the lab. Bingo! That was it for the two of them. It was a match made in heaven. The next semester, he used up a car driving from Dallas to Houston. And by the next semester, they were married. And by good luck, she was given a Mother's Club scholarship to transfer to SMU. When they had Jennifer, the baby, Karen would take her in a backpack as she went to rock hunting and so forth with her geology class. After both she and Alan finished college work, he went to San Antonio for post-med studies, and she had another baby, Jonathan, and soon went to work at a science and geology firm. Alan set up his practice and has been a very successful doctor. His specialty is endocrinology. Their daughter, Jennifer, majored in geology at SMU, got married to Ed, and had two sweet little boys, Tommy and Gus. They live in Boston, and she's a full-time mom, homeschooling her boys. Ed is a technology guy and loves his work. Jonathan is a Harvard lawyer, now working in a law firm in Dallas. He has bought a house in one of the older, prettier sections and has enjoyed some changes and a lot of planning or perfecting the house. We're looking forward to him finding a lovely lady to make this life complete. He looks so much like his granddad, Bill, and has his sweet personality. Next is my Kathy. She chose to go to college in Nacogdoches. Her love of children helped her decide what to study. She majored in early childhood training, and it fit her like a glove. She married Glenn Anderson, a sweet guy who had a love for the farm where his parents had bought a place near town. They had a tiny little girl who was named Julie. Later they got a larger house and started paying on some land. Glenn began buying some longhorn cattle to put on the ranch. Now he has 35 to 40 head. Kathy retired from teaching, and they built a lovely home on the range, and they are supremely happy there. Glenn still works part-time with his electrician's work, enjoys his cattle, and is always busy. Kathy loves their house and enjoys friends from her teaching friends. Julie has 2 boys and a little girl. Last year she was divorced and is making a new life for herself. And for herself and the children. Kathy and Glenn enjoy the children, and Julie is working and has a lot of friends to spend time with. I have hopes all the good times are still ahead, and and the young will make the life they are looking for. I am proud of all and know they will survive and be happy, as is the nature of our plan, right?
You want to start?